So I thought I'd just share with you guys my current situation. Currently in a state of redecorating. Everything is a bit of a mess. My life is pretty much upside down. My bed's in the middle of the space. I've got ladders, paint, everything going on. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my trading journal. I really wanted to send a video out today. I hoped that my room would have been finished before my filming day, but classic that the things that we plan for never really pan out the way that we expect. So still currently redecorating my room, but I'm still going to come at you guys with another video. Okay, so I don't have anywhere to sit really. My bed is also like covered in dust, so I'm going to have to do this video on the floor, but that is okay because I'm not really going to be doing too much like me stuff. It's going to be more focusing on the screen. So a lot of you guys have been messaging me on Instagram asking about the journal that I use to document all of my trades. So I thought what I would do was create one for you guys specifically on YouTube, the YouTube crew, and give that to you so that you can start practicing your own documentation. I think it's really, really important to be constantly making notes. I always believe you're never too good to be making notes, so I would always encourage you after every trade or before every trade or during every trade, making notes of what is happening, where your mindset is, so that you know exactly what your process was for getting in and out of that trade. And then over a series of time, you can then document your results and see how successful your strategy is. Okay, and rather than me just talking at you, I've decided to film my screen and make this alongside with you. I wasn't sure if I was going to make the spreadsheet and share a link, but I think it might be better to create the spreadsheet with you so that if you wanted to make more or ones that are similar, then you will know exactly what to do. I just love to use Docs or Google Sheets. It's really, really great. Okay, so I'm recording my screen now. Amazing, I love doing this, it's so fun. Okay, so the first thing I always do is I like to just kind of rearrange the way that my spreadsheets look. I don't know why, I just really love to have that order. And then I will put in a title. And then I'll put in the titles of all the columns that I'll be using in the header section. So I always start with the date, the currency pair, what position you took, your set TP, your set stop loss, how your trade closed, your lot size, the number of pips that you caught, and then the final result. And then I have notes. Okay, so I'm just going to zhuzh this up a little bit. And then what I like to do is to organize all of my results by week so that I can see how much I have lost or earned during that time. So I go to the left-hand side of my table and I select as many rows as I need for that week. I then merge the cells, label it week 1, and then rotate my text. So now that we've created the basis for our trading journal, let's fill these in with a couple of examples. So let's say the date today is the 6th of May 2020. The currency pair that I've looked at is GBP USD. We took a long position. Oh, we also need to put in entry. So my entry was 1.234. And let's say my take profit was 30 pips, so 1.23700, and my stop loss was 20 pips, 123,200. So for the close, you could then put TP or you could put SL, so if it hit your take profit or if it hit your stop loss, or if you pulled out early, then you could just put a hyphen, which is what I use. I like to have everything centered so I can see everything neatly. Nice. Then the lot size, let's say 0.03 lot size. But let's say, for example, we ended up catching 10 pips. The result would then be the actual amount of money that you managed to catch. So let's say, for example, £1. That's a real guesstimate. And then I drag my notes section out so I can say harmonic strategy. So that is just an example that I've put here. So let's say for this one I used the harmonic strategy and then I ended up maybe getting a little bit nervous. I saw that the market was turning around and for that reason that was why I pulled out, but then making a note that it eventually hit my TP. So I can learn. So when I've completed more of this journal and I look back over my trades for the week, I could see that actually maybe out of 5 out of my 10 trades for the week, I was actually being quite reactive to the market and not allowing the market to play out, which means that I then have to work on my mindset development. So it's just a really good way for you to be journaling every single moment that you have got going on for your trading, so that you can be really clear as to where you're sitting with your mindset whilst you're taking trades, as well as obviously documenting, you know, the amount of pips that you're catching and the amount of money that you're getting or losing, or to see how successful the strategy is that you're using. But I honestly think it's so important to have a trading journal, whether it's on the computer or in your notebook, something that you can always go back to and, you know, do some reflection and some introspection, and to, you know, create a strategy for yourself going forwards. And to be honest, every time that a trade finishes, whether I win or lose, I'm always really excited to put it into my journal. Yeah, as we know, I just love spreadsheets. And then to make it easier for going into week 2, 3 and 4 and beyond, you can then just copy and paste the whole thing and adjust as you need. And of course you can always add or take away more things depending on what it is that you're actually interested in. So if you're just interested in pip calculation, then maybe you could take out a few of these columns, or maybe you don't need how you close the trade or things like that. So you really can personalize it to make it really individual for however you decide to trade. I always find that it's activities like this that really help you get into a routine for yourself, so that you are able to practice discipline and structure when it comes to your trading, and you're not just jumping in and out willy-nilly and kind of making thoughtless choices, you know. And then what I love to do is to be able to see my financial goals and how close I am to hitting them. So on the next spreadsheet, I do my goals. And then I like to arrange my goals by 3 month, 6 month, 1 year, 3 year and 5 year. So I will just show you that now. Okay, I'm just going to make these all bold. I'm also going to put this within a table so that everything looks neat. I then put in the amount and then how much I've got remaining. And I'm going to show you why I'm going to do this, because we're going to link these two sheets together. Okay, cool. So let's say, for example, my 3 month goal is to pay off £500 credit card debt. And maybe a 6 month goal is to go to New York, which is going to require maybe £1,000. And let's say 1 year, maybe within the year, buy a new car? Is that a bit ambitious? Okay, let's say 3 year, deposit on a new house. And how much is that going to be? Let's say £20,000. And maybe within the next 5 years get a nice car as well. So let's say, let's say I want a Range Rover. She's fancy. I don't actually know how much that costs. How much is a Range Rover? Order online. 90,000! Okay, I'm gonna go for the cheapest Land Rover I can see, which is 90,000. Okay, let's just put that in there as an example. Of course, this doesn't have to be your goals. I prefer to have goals that are a bit more realistic, so it actually makes me want to work to achieve those things, because if it's gonna be like an indefinite amount of money that actually I'm not gonna be able to make, like let's say I'm not going to have £1 million in 3 months, there's no point pushing that as a goal because it's not going to be realistic. Okay, so I've put the prices all in here of those things, and then what I want to do is I want to link up the two spreadsheets that I can see how much money I have left until I hit that amount. So I'm going to use a formula, so I do equals sum, then I select the amount of money that I'm wanting to measure, minus sign, and then I go onto my previous sheet and select the results columns. Then that will show me actually how much of my earning or losing money is having an effect on my goals. So I've only selected week 1, so you can see that I still have £499 remaining until I clear all of my credit card debt. But of course this is just an example, and you can decide to highlight all of your results, or you can go week by week. However you decide, you can literally make this work for you. And as you then put in your results, this figure will then change so that you can see on a rolling basis how close you are to hitting your financial goals. So I hope all of this was really helpful for you guys. I absolutely love working with spreadsheets. If you have any questions, again, like I say, message me on Instagram and I'll be more than happy to help you and answer any of your questions relating to my spreadsheets. I actually haven't done much trading today. I've been really busy. I've been out and about going back to my flat in London and then coming back here and then redecorating, so I haven't really got my eye on the charts today, even though it is Thursday and I absolutely love Thursdays for trading, but whatever. I just know that I like to be a bit more hands-on and focused when I'm trading, so today isn't that day. But I did have one trade earlier today, and that was Euro GBP, waiting for it to break out, catching pips before it carries on with the move of the day. So yeah, all in all, really great day so far. Really excited for, I think, next week. Friday is never really a great day for trading anyway. I tend to take Fridays my day off. You can recognize that maybe we had a bit of a rocky April, rocky end of March. Well, March was great. March was fantastic, and then towards the end of March it got a bit April has been a bit rocky, but the market has been stabilizing and getting back to normal, which is really fun. So it means we can just be a bit more reliant on the market in terms of its volatility and keep trading, guys. I just kind of want you to know that, like, we all experience down days, and even though, let's say for example, I have maybe like 5-8 trades in a row that hit stop loss, I'm still really excited to jump back into the market every single day. Whenever it's the next morning, it's a new day, and I'm always just really excited to get back in and see what other opportunities are out there. So I would really just say, even though, you know, we may experience losses and maybe we have a bad day, you just got to remember we only have a bad moment. Don't let that bad moment or those 5 bad moments affect the rest of your day. You know, this is just temporary, and you know, if you're not going to have a great day, you're going to have a great week, and maybe you don't have a great week, but you're certainly going to have a great month. And you know what, April was a pretty bad month, but I know I'm going to have a great rest of the year, and I hope you guys do as well. Like I say all the time, if you have any questions or you just want to message me, you can hit me up over on Trade Creators on Instagram. That is where I hang out. People are asking me questions on here, and I absolutely love it, and sending me lots of messages, but I don't really want this to be like a kind of promotional spammy place. This really is just my trading journal. So if you guys do want more information from me, then absolutely message me on Instagram and we can talk business over there. So like I say, feel free to message me on Instagram, and I'm happy to help you with any of your questions relating to my spreadsheets. I hope that this was helpful and useful, and I hope you guys stay safe and have a good day on the trading floor. I will see you out there.